Starting with the derivation of motion in a plane, derive equations of motion for a particle moving in a plane and show that the motion can be resolved when two independent motions in mutually perpendicular direction. Now mutually perpendicular direction means along x-axis and along y-axis. So first we'll have to derive equation of motion for particle moving in a plane, and then we'll have to resolve it into two components, that is along x-axis and along y-axis. So first let's derive equation of motion for a particle. So we will have to specify velocities. So here we'll start with let initial velocity be u vector and at initial time, that is I'll call as t1 0. Now after some time, that is at time I'll say t2, let the time be t2, the time is t2 now. At that time final velocity is vector v. You can also keep it as okay. Now you have initial velocity and you have final velocity. So according to the definition of acceleration, acceleration is change in velocity with respect to change in time, or they also write it as time. Change in velocity means final velocity minus initial velocity upon time. Now we have final velocity is vector v and initial velocity as vector u, and if you see time, so your time will be final time minus initial time. So final time is t2 and initial time is t1. So t2 minus t1, which can be written as t2 will be as it is minus, okay, we can do one thing, we can say t2 as t and t1 is 0. So vector v minus vector u upon t2 is t. So this is the formula for your acceleration. From this we can write v minus u. We will take this u on left hand side, which is vector v. So this is my first equation of motion which is derived. Now I will have to resolve it into two components, two mutually perpendicular components. So when you resolve it into two proper components, resolving into x component and resolving into y component. So x component will be vx ux plus ax t. I have written it like this. And then I have made it an x component, and when you write it in y component, note that when you write it like this, it will be considered as wrong. It should be specified that it is written like this. You cannot write it like this, then it is considered wrong. You'll have to write it in this form. X should be in this form. Okay, so here first thing is done. Now we'll move to second equation of motion. Your first equation of motion is right. Now I'll move to second equation of motion. Let's go to displacement. So first I'll have to specify displacement. Let displacement, here we are working in the terms of vector quantity. So instead of distance, it is displacement. Scalar form mein it is distance, vector form mein it is displacement. So let displacement be vector s, and this displacement initially at time t1, that is 0, velocity is u. Then after some time means your car travels from this point to this point, and while reaching here at the final position the velocity is vector v, and the time taken during this traveling is your final time, that is t2, which we specify as t. So how much distance is covered? That is the displacement, that is denoted by vector s. So you can write, let displacement be vector s from time 0 to time t. From time 0 to time t. The displacement is vector s. Suppose the acceleration is constant. Acceleration is not changing. For constant acceleration, we'll derive some formulas. Speed is equal to distance upon time. Now we are working in vector form, so instead of speed we will write velocity. Instead of distance, we will write displacement, and time remains as it is. We are working for displacement, so the formula for displacement will be velocity into time. And here, for constant acceleration, we will consider average velocity. And average velocity is initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2. This is my average velocity, and we are working in vector form, so everything will be with a vector sign. So here you have average velocity, so the formula for displacement will be एवरेज वेलोसिटी विथ टाइम. डिस्प्लेसमेंट की जगह पे वेक्टर एस डाले हैं, v की जगह पे एवरेज वेलोसिटी एंड टाइम t. नाउ वी हैव द फॉर्मूला फॉर एवरेज वेलोसिटी. सब्स्टिट्यूट दैट अपॉन 2 and here you have time. We have v. If you see over here, we have vector v. Vector v is u plus at. So we will substitute that. U plus at upon 2 and this t. So u plus u becomes 2u plus at upon 2 and this t. When you multiply this t inside, this becomes 2ut plus vector at square upon 2, and here you have vector s. After this, vector s is equal to 2ut upon 2 plus at square upon 2. So this 2 and this 2 gets cancelled. So the next equation of motion is ut plus half at square. Now we will resolve this into two components. So we will write resolving into x component and here resolving into y component. So for x component, you will write sx uxt plus half axt square, then vector ka sign. If you are not writing this vector sign, you will lose marks. Sy uyt plus half ayt. Here we complete the derivation.